2 on ESPN. Friday, coast to coast. It's the Pistons and Rockets to follow from Houston. As Kersey with a call here, making that foul call.
Well, Dwight Howard's having no more of that happy feeling, comes dancing down here and busting us. See, he'll come right in the lane and Howard just pushes him off of one of those.
That's 2 fouls on Dwight Howard.
And they'll be around for a long, long time, so I know LeBron James will get that one. He'll get that one back.
And maybe tonight. So, if you were thinking about going away from us when you saw the score on the screen, you might want to stick around. Here's LeBron James, operating this time on Hedo Turkoglu. And he set up the teammate Eric Snow nicely. He's Snow with 6.
When you're a good defensive team, you don't allow the opponent to do what they want. And Cleveland is in too comfortable a rhythm right now. They get the ball where they want, they get the personnel where they want, they get the shot to go in, as their percentage is now equal to Steve Francis and the Magic.
4 on the shot clock for Stevenson. Hughes ran out. They find him. And Steve Francis recovers defensively. And then knocks it out of bounds. Good job by Francis.
Well, that's a frightening number right there. When you look at the rebounds, 30-19. The Cavs dominating the glass. There's a lot of things that Brian Hill can look at the stat sheet if he dares to when this game is over. If they're going at the rate they're going. When they played a week ago,
it was an 18-point lead.
It was an 18-point lead, and Cleveland was running away with it, but they changed things at the half. But right now, I don't see the energy from the Magic in blue to change the complexion of this game. They've got to dominate every area of the game. They've got to make Cleveland more passive. As Steve Francis gets a call, it looked like he ran right through Eric Snow.
That's the way it looked, but the foul goes against Snow. That's 3 fouls on Eric Snow.
His third,
Francis had little room, but he continued on, and it was a good call because Snow hadn't gotten to the baseline to totally shut him down.
The Magic came in with 14 to shoot. Tony Batiste. And we get a whistle.
Late call, but a good call against LeBron James. He tried to sneak that block and got caught.
2 fouls on LeBron James.
You know what he said? My house. Don't call that on me. That's my house.
He's looking up at the replay.
That's my house.
Just looking up at the replay. Not a foul. Mike Brown.
Not here. You watch him come from the back. I watch him. He's going to come over.
Tony Batiste, 3 points tonight. As opposed to 10 that he scored against the Cavs on Sunday in Orlando in the overtime win by Cleveland.
He hasn't had many opportunities in this ballgame. He's only taken 3 shots, so you can't get 10 with 3.
Correct, sir. Larry Hughes can't really get on track tonight offensively. This is good, and a foul will put him on the line.
At the point of attack, Cleveland is doing whatever they want. They come out with the pick and roll, and Orlando Magic and Stevenson allow it to happen. That's what gets Drew Gooden and Camp at the basket, a chance to go through the free throw line.
Turkoglu with his 4th foul. Drew Gooden's first free throw attempt tonight.
They're able to do whatever they want, and that creates, look at, there's 4 shirts, but they've all reacted too late, and when you're that deep in the paint, you're going to be hurting. Doing in the ball game.
Replacing Turkoglu with his 4 fouls. Brian Hill making that substitution. His team unable to get any kind of offensive traction here early in the 3rd.
I knew that word was coming. So how did they get traction? They got to get up there. One, stop that. They cannot give up second chance points, and they're a smaller team now. They've got to pressure the ball with Francis, Doolin, and Stevenson out on the floor, and then give Petit and Howard a chance to do something in the high percentage area.
The Cavaliers continue to increase the lead. They were up 14 at the half, remember. And now Cleveland really screwing it down defensively as well as they force Orlando into another turnover. LeBron James, nice pass on the feed to Gooden. Taken out of the air by Howard.
Well, their average margin of victory here at the Q is just about 20 points. So when you come in here, you better have some offensive energy to deal with the fact that Cleveland is a high-scoring team at home.
Eric Snow has just picked up his 4th foul. And he's making his way to the bench.
You look at what the Cavs have done here at the Q, and they have hurt some people. You don't want to come in here and having an anemic night offensively because it's cold outside.
What's that got to do with it?
There's everything. If you get beat, you don't want to go outside anyway.
You don't want to come in the middle of summer and not be ready to play either.
Francis with a pair.
So Francis has hit his last 5. He's got 15 points. But Orlando down 17. LeBron James loose, recovered by Stevenson.
Got to get something out of this.
Wow. Orlando turning it over as Keon Dooling tried to save it. That's 11 turnovers for the Magic.
Now, LeBron James tried to force the issue and turned it over and put him in a position where they should have had a 3-on-1 and a bucket, and they come out of it with nothing. But anytime you see the ball move, as easily as it's moving right here, and the guy with the ball can spot around and do what he wants, you know you're going to have a tough time closing him down. Tough shot from James.
And Petit takes it out, delivers the outlet pass to Francis. Magic, who are down 17, using a lot on the shot clock with each possession. Petit. Picked off by Gooden.
One thing that Cleveland has done well tonight is they have been able to keep Orlando from getting second opportunities. One and done is what it's been. Nelson had his hand up. He won.
And a foul call on that drive by Hughes. Hughes will be on the line. Tony Petit with his second. And 3 team fouls. Larry Hughes getting to the free throw line for the Cavs. Hughes really struggled from the line in the first half.
Now, if I was Damian Jones, I'd be over there talking to LeBron James as well. Because James was open early and you didn't get the ball. Tell him, I saw you, but I saw something better.
St. Fans, you want video highlights of tonight's game and every game for that matter? Go to NBA.com.
Hughes got the first.
And the second. So he's back to 50-50, 3 of 6 from the line. Cleveland back to a 19-point lead. Orlando started hot tonight, but have cooled off since. Ball chop 3. Magic cough it up. Here's LeBron James. Deshaun Stevenson on him. 13 to shoot.
Now, at what point do you take it personal that the Cavs are having a laughing good time and try to be more aggressive and assertive and try to do something about it? Stevenson thought he had a block. The official said no.
And LeBron James will get to the free throw line. You know, Mike Brown was telling us earlier today, he said, when I came here, I saw what I had. And what I had was a lot of one-on-one players. So that heavily influenced the kind of offense I wanted to install, and I wanted to go to a lot of screen and roll to benefit their talents.
You know, James can take the ball strong to the rim, either side of the floor. Same is true for Larry Hughes. And when they don't dump the ball inside immediately to Ilgauskas, they try to set up something for them, and then the other players try to react out of the drive. And LeBron James is having a quiet night. 5 of 15 from the field, pair of free throws to get him started here in the third.
And the Cavs continue to pull away. This now their biggest lead at 21.
You know, Brian Hill is over there saying, well, they got 20 points left. That's all we give up. So now they can get their 20 now, and then we'll shut them out in the fourth.
Okay. We'll see.
But they got to make some shots themselves.
Stevenson on the miss, but an offensive rebound for the Magic.
A rare offensive rebound. But they have gone away from Howard. They started the ball game with Howard, and finally they find him, and he drops it down.
That's their first field goal. They're 1 of 7 in this quarter. Dwight Howard with his 4th field goal tonight.
Good.
The pass by Ilgauskas, Larry Hughes says was deflected, but the official says no.
Ilgauskas said, you know, I'm passing tonight.
That's right.
You got to get on to this.
Not only am I scoring, but I'm also passing.
No good. You got to dive. You were wide open.
Dueling around the pick by Howard. Oh, nice tip by Outlaw. Bo Outlaw in the game for his first points tonight. And a timeout taken by the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs going for their 6th straight win tonight. And LeBron James showing the way for Cleveland as they lead it by 17. You're right, it is cold outside.
I told you it was cold outside.
Is that a life-size picture of LeBron?
Yes.
Reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Of NBA Friday Coast to Coast, brought to you by Sirius Satellite Radio, the best.
Here in downtown Cleveland on the eve of one big day of college football on 8. And here at the Q.
Well, here's a question for you as Damon Jones dances with the ball. Should Penn State win?
Yes.
Will Joe Paterno hang him up?
My opinion is he will not. And your opinion would be?
There's not a better time to go.
Go out a winner.
Yeah.
Drew Gooden pushes the lead back to 19, and Gooden has a season high 15 points.
6 here in the quarter, and again, it gets the fact that they're able to do whatever they want at the offensive end. The ball is moving way too freely in order for them to start making stops and change the complexion, dueling right down the middle.
Keon Dooling with 6 points in the game.
This is a small team, and when you're small, you have to be more aggressive, and it starts at the point of attack. It's someone like you out there, Bo Outlaw. So he tackled through good.
Bo Outlaw threw a shoe also, but a foul was called. Outlaw with his first.
Penalty situation.
So Gooden will get you the free throw line.
And he's an 86% free throw shooter. 1 for 2 tonight.
Francis is looking at Outlaw and saying, why? And Outlaw said, what type of shoot? What do you want me to do? I had to stop the clock.
Yeah, but it's like putting 2 points on the board.
This fire.
86%.
This fire is boiling. We got to get some hoses. we need more than just shoes falling off. We need hoses in here. They started the ball game shooting 70%. They're now shooting roughly 40%. That is the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers. What are you telling me? They're shooting almost 48%.
Early on, the offensive rebounding of Cleveland was keeping them well in front, even though Orlando had started off with that hot start. There's a second hoop in a row right at the cup. Deshaun Stevenson. And a lead, which at one time was 21, is now 15 with about 16 minutes plus left.
Trying to go to James in the post. Ilgauskas is out of the post, so they're trying to use LeBron James and Larry Hughes inside.
And that's Larry Hughes. Hughes with only his second field goal. A 7-point game working.
Larry Hughes said, you know, I'm not just a scorer, and he has proven that since he's arrived in Cleveland. He can do a little bit of everything, and it's his versatility that makes him so valuable. It's good to dig that out.
Here come the Cavaliers with Damon Jones. Now LeBron felt the bump, offered the shot. He'll shoot 2. Foul is on Francis. 2 fouls on Stevie Francis.
At the line shooting, Cavaliers, LeBron.
You know, LeBron James was a man-child when he came out of high school. I mean, he was just as big then as he is now. And you see what he did his rookie season. Last season he improved not only in his number but his percentage, and his percentage has gone up. It's hard to double up, you know, and get a 7-point improvement every year, but
that field goal percentage is amazing the way that has changed.
Yeah. Well, and he's taking better shots. I don't think that he is trying as desperately as he was his rookie season to lose everybody he can stick it from the perimeter.
Right, but he's still the focal point of the other team's defense. I mean, he's taking them, but he's taking them under duress quite often. He's the guy who will be ending up taking the shot against the shot clock. And Terrence Morris in the game for Orlando misses that one. Remember, the Cavs have won all 4 at home by 20+, and they're up 18 right now. They've led by as many as 21.
No 3 balls for LeBron James. That trip down.
Dooling. Keon Dooling looking to contribute offensively. Prior to tonight, the most he had scored in a game for the Magic this year was 3 points. He's got 8. Danielle Marshall leaves it with James. Morris on him. LeBron trying to hand it off in a crowd, and the Magic come out with it.
One of the few times that they've really done a good job of taking passing lanes away from LeBron James. Dooling knocks that off of Damon Jones.
And we get a timeout taken. 2 minutes 40 seconds for the third. The Cleveland Cavaliers looking for 6 in a row. Up next, the Rockets losing last night at San Antonio by 6. Yao Ming had 18 in the first half, 1 in the second. But of course, Tracy McGrady was really cooking in the fourth quarter last night. And here in Cleveland, and you see it, offensive rebounds, big edge to the Cavs. Turnovers, Orlando, actually they've cut back on them. 13 for the Magic now.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They have not made a turnover here in the second half.
But it's what's up front that counts. Remember that old Terrence Morris scoring. First points for him. And up front, the Cavaliers have been awesome. Well, anytime you start LeBron James as a forward, the chances are you're going to outscore the other team in the front line. Hughes hitting.
They've had trouble with the pick and roll all night long. Hughes starting to get a little rhythm so he can either drive it or shoot over the top as Ilgauskas is back in the game. Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard in double figures. 10 points for Howard. Cavs with this 14-point lead. They've been up by 21. LeBron James. Morris guarding him.
Saying, gee, I want to hit.
Pitches out, and they find Larry Hughes for 3. That's 12 points tonight for Hughes and 9 in the third. Keon Dooling at the point for the Magic. A pass picked off by Hughes.
Hughes is terrific defender in the passing lane. Damon Jones.
Open for 3. Damon Jones with his third 3-point hit tonight. And Brian Hill, who likes his club to play it in the 80s, has seen him already give up 80, and we haven't even completed the third quarter.
Now 7 more points that they can allow here before he just loses his top. But you can see Brian Hill is not going to be happy with the wide open shot for Damon Jones.
What he does, Tracy McGrady with 27 last night. Another tough assignment for him against the Pistons in the second half of our doubleheader.
And here in Cleveland. There you see LeBron James. The Cavaliers up by 20. You know, Snapper, the thing about it is, last year before, LeBron James couldn't have a night like tonight. 5 of 16, 14 points, and his team be up by 20.
No, they've got better balance at the offensive end as LeBron James comes across. Larry Hughes was trailing. And they give the foul to Larry Hughes.
And Larry Hughes, that's 4.
First
in the last 2 minutes, sideline out of bounds.
One other footnote about them, they've got guys that are sitting on the bench that are clearly much happier with the roles and the responsibility on the team. So when they lose Larry Hughes or they lose someone else, they come in and they fill that void, and there isn't a lot of tension. One of the things, and it started early in the season, and it just chewed up the Cavaliers, was the tension.
He's on the line because he fouled in the act. That's 9 points for Dooling. You see Luke Jackson into the game, replacing Hughes. Keon Dooling with a 10-point game tonight.
And this is essentially Luke Jackson's rookie season. He did not play at all last year, so it's on-the-job training for him.
Morris having to defend LeBron James out on the court. The shot clock at 10. And it's Marshall missing badly from 3. Jameer Nelson. Howard against Ilgauskas. And the repost is taken away. Jackson with a lob for James.
Well, the house was quiet till then, but his head was right up there at the rim.
No shot clock involved. 8 seconds for the third. Nelson. Rebound Orlando, and Howard at the buzzer. You know you're going to see that one a few times. LeBron James, you know how the great players always do something that maybe you haven't seen before? That's why you hang around and watch. 20-point game. Wow, he was way up. And welcome back to the Q with Steve Jones. I'm Jim Durham. It's the 4th quarter. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, trying to make it 5 in a row on the home court, are leading by 20 against the Orlando Magic. They've won all 4 of their home games by 20. And that's Donyell Marshall opening things with a 3.
And it's been that kind of night for the Orlando Magic, where they haven't been able to control a point of attack. The ball has moved freely. And the Cavs have basically got any shot that they wanted. Francis
shoots 2. This 23-point lead, now the biggest for Cleveland. You see the field goal percentages, the turnovers. Unfortunately, a big edge to the Magic. They average about 16 points off turnovers. Cleveland 20.
15 turnovers, 20 points. You can't beat teams that are struggling if you turn the ball over, and when a team is playing well and proven as that right now, then you got to make them feel uncomfortable. Francis missed the first.
Orlando goes home, plays the Hornets tomorrow night. 16-point game for Steve Francis. Damon Jones at the point for the Cavs.
Now they've got 3 guys out there that want to shoot it deep. Luke Jackson, Damon Jones, and Donyell Marshall. They're all spread out across the line, and then there's Ilgauskas inside.
Hasn't done much offensively in the second half. Luke Jackson had it, knocked loose by Francis, and loose ball foul at midcourt.
Francis.
On LeBron?
No, it could be a fall against Francis. Ron James was there first.
I'm not sure. nor do I think the officials are sure. So Jim Clark and Jess Kersey are going to talk it over.
Loose ball foul on number 3.
It is on Steve Francis.
How could you not be sure?
Team first.
Whose house is this?
Basketball.
This is LeBron's house.
Ah.
And a well-kept house it is. LeBron James had the spectacular alley-oop dunk in the late stages of the third. But when you look at his line in the box score, it's still, that's not very impressive. That dunk was certainly impressive. Here goes LeBron against the heavy defense.
Well, the way they're set up, they want to do this.
Yep. Draw and kick, and then Luke Jackson has his first points tonight.
Jackson's a three-point shooter. David Jones a three-point shooter. Daniel Marshall a three-point shooter. So LeBron James is trying to set the table for them, and if it doesn't work, drop it inside to Ilgauskas as Cato. That's one fly.
Marshall with the rebound, but lost it coming up the court. It's out of bounds. Toward the end of the third quarter, Mike Brown and everybody in the house leaped to their feet on this play.
But when you see it from this angle, you'll see how high LeBron James gets up. That head is right there at the rim.
LeBron sitting it out right now with 10:20 left, and the way things are going, they may not need him the rest of the way.
Well, I mean, the energy that's needed to get back in the game, the guys in blue don't have it. And it's one of those nights where they're just taking it on the chin.
Another offensive rebound sets up Damon Jones. He bags his fourth three-point field goal.
That is 3 straight three-point field goals for them. 9 points all from deep.
Turkoglu. And with Francis attacking, he draws the foul and gets to the free throw line. Eric Snow whistled for the foul.
But you're ahead by 28 points. And the opposition hasn't shown an inclination really to come out and compete tonight. What Mike Brown has to be concerned about is just keeping his guys focused where they don't get loose at the offensive end. Start taking a lot of quick deep shots. The Snow will sit down as he picks up another personal foul. He's got 5.
Steve Francis going to the free throw line.
They've been outscored 9-2 here at the top of the fourth. See there? There he is. Chewing away.
I think LeBron knows it's a rather substantial lead and that the fingernails can have the rest of the night off.
There Hughes carried the ball, went underneath, trying to get that little advantage on Turkoglu. Howard coming back in. Howard had 12 rebounds so far in the game. He's got a double-double. Not nearly as impressive as the game where he had 21 points, 20 rebounds, but he chases the ball, and he is legit. He's going to be around for a while. Now they're saying, boy, you got to come back in the game.
Dwight Howard wasn't at the scorer's table in time for the substitution. Rebound totals tonight. Cleveland 42-28 edge in that department. Cato gives it to Francis, who finds Bo Outlaw. I didn't know Bo had the left-handed face-up hook move.
Bo has it all. They just won't let him show it.
That's 4 points for him. 8:55 for the game. Open look, Luke Jackson. Another three for Jackson. Threes and only threes for the Cavaliers right now.
So twos are not allowed?
Apparently not. A 28-point lead as the Cavs are giving every indication they will name the final score tonight. And as Nelson
got into the shooting mode, there was a whistle leading to this timeout with 8:31 remaining.
94-66 Cavs.
Back to the court.
Defending Eastern Conference champion Detroit Pistons out of the gate with a 7-0 start, their best since the 88-89 season. That was a championship squad. This one looks like it's having even more fun. For the last couple of years under Larry Brown, Flip Saunders have been playing a little more freely on the offensive end, averaging about 10 more points per game and leading the league in point differential.
Okay, man, and Cleveland, of course, looking for their 7th win of the season, and looks like they're going to get it tonight. I'll tell you what, this NBA Central, Snapper, is about like it was back in the late 80s and early 90s when it really dominated the league.
You know, they've got some very, very competitive teams, and it will be interesting to see how it all shakes down as Jameer Nelson goes for 3.
Why not? Why not? It's 3-for-all right now in the 4th quarter. Jameer Nelson with his first points tonight. And with 14 on the shot clock, Larry Hughes sends it back out to Damon Jones. Four to shoot.
They look like they only want to shoot 3s now. Luke Jackson.
The rebound to Nelson. Orlando unable to convert in transition. Hughes.
Good decision by Hughes. He had a 3-on-1 and a chance to make Cato make a decision, pulled up and missed an easy one.
That is the 20th offensive rebound of the game for the Cavaliers as Damon Jones has it stuck on automatic from three-point land, his 5th three-pointer tonight.
You know the best thing about this? It only counts for 1 win. They're thinking that maybe they'll get 2 or 3 out of this one, but it only counts for 1 win. And a loss is a loss. Whether you lose by 1 or you lose by 50, Jones again.
Nothing doing that time, and it's picked off by Dwight Howard. Well, on the other side, though, if you're Orlando, it only counts as 1 loss.
Well, no, that's the good part about it. I mean, they will play again, and they will undoubtedly come with more energy and more commitment in the next ball game because they started at least with a competitive effort, and from that point on it was all downhill. Steve Francis, his 2nd score of the quarter, got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if you're Mike Brown and you're looking for a sustained effort for 48 minutes, I think it's safe to say he's gotten it to this point.
No, they've done everything. 20 offensive rebounds. They forced the turnovers. They scored off of that. They have done what they've wanted to do in order to keep the crowd at the cue happy. 5 on the clock.
Hughes on the miss. Howard collects the rebound. Jameer Nelson.
For the most part, the Cavs have only allowed the Magic 1 and done. Now it's a question of, okay, Mike Brown, when are you going to let the other guys play? They can't play now. When can they play?
Luke Jackson. Henderson on the missed tip.
Luke is going to get some. He is going to get some tonight.
Francis fouled by Hughes.
What worked at Oregon is not going to work.
A timeout with 5:40 left. Hughes with his 5th foul.
Accelerator when you stay for 12 months. And Philips Norelco, the world's closest rotary shave.
Rasheed Wallace can't carry around that championship belt he's so fond of, but his Pistons do sport the best record in the league. 7-0, looking to make it 8 straight against the Rockets in the second half of our doubleheader.
And the Detroit Pistons, of course, going for that 8th straight win to open the season. You know, one thing they've learned, Snapper, is that, hey, they can outscore people. Detroit can score the ball.
Well, I think that Flip Saunders, when he took the job, looked at Detroit as a team that had a chance to score easier, and he is trying to come up with ways to make them more explosive and keep their same defensive identity, and to this point he's been able to do it. So despite what all the people say, in a game of scoring, it is the team that scores the most points.
That's why they keep scoring.
Yes, yes, and I fail to understand when you have 73 points, you think you can beat a team with 97. Francis with a couple of free throws.
And it's Jones again. This time it would have been a 2 had it have dropped.
He doesn't shoot 2s. That's why it didn't drop.
Jameer Nelson to Garrity. Dooley. They've got Kasum in the lineup right now. Here goes Francis. And the rebound ripped away from Marshall. It's out of bounds to Cleveland as we take a look at the hustle meter, and it's all Cavaliers. Offensive rebounds, huge. Second chance points, even bigger. And fast break points, 11-5.
Now, you know, if I'm Eric Stone, I'm looking at the hustle meter, and then the coach takes me, put me in 30 seconds ago. Now he takes me out. I'm mad. Because I didn't need to go in. Steve Francis is sitting down now, saying, you know what, this is the night.
They got Mike Wilkes in the game at the point. 5 minutes left. Cavaliers will be on the road at Philly in their next one. And Jackson missing, but even the guys off the bench coming up with offensive rebounds as Henderson clears to Marshall.
Well, Alan Henderson had done a nice job in the first half of rebounding the ball, so he stays with it to keep that one alive. Wilkes is calling for, they like this pick and roll, and they like to run it with several people. This time they're coming back with Daniel Marshall.
And Pavlovich, who's on the ball, popped loose. The Magic with it. Jameer Nelson, it's Garrity with a straight-on look at a 3. And the Cavs the rebound. So Cleveland is going to move to 7-2 when this one is over, and the Orlando Magic will drop to 3-5. Orlando will still be a 500 team on the road. That ball is turned over. The Magic will come the other way. Tomorrow, Phoenix plays in San Antonio on NBA TV at 8:30 Eastern on Thanksgiving night. This Cavaliers team visits the Pacers in Indianapolis at 8 o'clock Eastern, followed by we've seen the last of LeBron James for the night.
Well, we've also seen that the coach is now comfortable enough to sit down. 3:54 to go in the game. He finally takes his seat right in front of us. There's a collision.
And a loose ball foul has been whistled. And right here at the timeline on the sideline was where it all came down. Here they come, Snapper.
Right in front of us, and Luke Jackson just cuts the legs.
Took our camera out.
Well, that's the guy that took the brunt of the shot right there. But these guys are tough.
That's right. And Garrity apparently has sustained some kind of wound as he goes over to be looked at.
Chris is okay. He's sitting right in front of us and saying, don't make that play.
He understands that this is part of his job. To protect us as well as to, you know, shoot the game.
When they come this way again, he'll take a dive.
Don't forget game 2 of
they can pull away if they have to come off the floor. They can do that. Another inside offensive opportunity. Hamilton couldn't get it in.
Hamilton in the game. Garrity again for 3. The rebound to Hamilton. A little over 3 minutes left in the 4th. Cavaliers were up by 14 at the half, and they have never looked back.
And the only shots that have been made here in the 4th have been 3-point field goals as Hamilton gets fouled.
And we'll get to the free throw line with a chance to add to the...
Oh, that's why he got his own shoot. That lead as the 3rd quarter ends. Pistons getting ready to do their business in the back half of our doubleheader in Houston, coming up right after the Cavs and Magic finish up.
D-Wade showing one and all why they have renamed it Wade County. Miami's Lyndon Hamilton
on the scoreboard as Steve Francis looks on.
Underneath is Hamilton, and he's called for a walk. In the overtime win on Sunday in Orlando, that's the most points the Magic have given up this year.
Mike Brown has his guys still fighting defensively. This game is over, but they are making Keon Dooley and company have to work for everything, and they force the turnovers.
And Mike Wilkes operates at the point for the Cavs. Cleveland taking some time off, but Pavlovich says, I'll take this one.
You know, the problem for the guys that don't get to play much, they don't want to appear they're hungry for points, but they are wanting some chances at the offensive end, and they try to play unselfishly. Another turnover, Keon Dooley.
Jackson. Wilkes.
Wilkes passed up an easier shot for a tougher one. Thought he got fouled and got nothing for it.
Morris against Pavlovich. And the Magic with a 3 attempt by Nelson. Kassoon with the rebound. Tapped in by Garrity.
A few offensive rebounds for Garrity and the Magic on the evening.
That and the production offensively up front for the Cavaliers are the two most deciding factors in this game. Jackson, 8 to shoot. Jackson dumps off to Henderson. That ball unclaimed, and Garrity takes out somebody in the front row but saves it in play. Dooling sticks to 3.
A lot of threes to go around here late in the ball game. Dooling wanted to claim some.
So the Cavaliers with a 20-point lead. They've led by as many as 28. Inside of a minute remaining as Wilkes sends a pass out to Jackson. That's 25 offensive rebounds for Cleveland. Pavlovich missing on the dunk attempt, but a foul. And the foul is using a pick by Kassoon. Morris hits for 2. 4 points for Terrence Morris. So the Cavs will have to attempt a shot here, a 3-second differential, the shot clock at 16.
Well, the only player not to score is Mike Wilkes, and we'll see if they give him a shot. They do not. Whoa!
Oh, Wilkes on a tip try. And now with 8 seconds left, it's Morris firing one cross court, deflected out. Jameer Nelson with the game's final shot at the buzzer, making it an 18-point verdict. It wasn't that close. Cleveland led by as many as 28. And they win tonight 102-84. For Steve Snapper Jones and our entire ESPN crew, this is Jim Durham saying so long from Cleveland. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. And now we send it back to Mac Pointer in the studio.